You peek inside. There is a central sarcophagus and a bunch of alcoves where there are smaller sarcophagus. They Each internal wall has 9 stacked internment vaults, a total of 27 in all. They have names like um, they have first initials and then the last name Adela only on their placards, like P Adela or AG Adela.
Okay.
However, the one in the center has an epitaph upon its lid.
Retreats?
We'll just draw the lid, or the really big box in the center. It's kind of a raised dais, and then there's a box on top of it. I know it's not to scale. Are you going in?
Yep.
Renee is looking for traps. Give me a perception check. Radimer's got the ghost flying around the room. Nibble's guarding the doorway with Evander. Zeta has gone in.
Ahmed, if you text me stuff while I'm trying to roll dice, it keeps popping that window to the front because there's a new fucking UI for the goddamn chat program. Changing the UI, son of a bitch, old man. Why are they changing things?
Are you having a stroke?
I might be.
I know, man. Alright, that happened.
I'm resistant to change. 30 was a perception check.
30. Okay. There do not appear to be any traps on the sarcophagus, and it sounds like Zeta is trying to read the front.
Yep.
Let me take a moment to write out what it says.
Mark, I really admire you. If I was ever to wear anything that warm, I'd so pass out. Just like,
It's the synthetic fiber too, so yeah, it doesn't breathe very well either.
So you're basically steeping yourself in man stink.
Yeah, yeah.
damn.
I'm marinating in my own.
Well, you see, you used to have to dodge lava in asbestos pajamas, and you have to recreate that feeling. Thrill seeker.
Actually, we had to wear cotton, 100% cotton, because synthetic fibers will melt to your skin.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why asbestos is so nice. It's a rock. It doesn't melt.
Nice.
It's rock cloth. This stuff is super neato, except for all those cancer things. But it's super neato
Except for
material.
that. Except for that. Marcus Lulius Adela, great patriarch of our clan, died valiantly saving our prince from undead and shadow hordes, earning the Imperium's gratitude. May great woe befall any who would violate his most sacred rest.
Give me a knowledge.
His gratitude apparently isn't what it used to be.
Give me a knowledge. History.
Let me nudge fuck over a hero.
Hang on a sec. My knowledge history.
Oh my god, that ruby.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
What's the the ruby history?
Yes. Here, fireweed, fireweed, fireweed. Get in the gym, fireweed.
47.
Okay, there's something just a little bit odd about the name inscribed on the tomb. The great patriarch of the Adela clan was Marcus Julius Adela, not Iulius Adela.
The name is wrong.
It's a subtle thing, but if it was some minor functionary, maybe getting like a spelling mistake.
But yeah, not the head of the clan. Is it have something to do with their exile, or?
You kind of as much go up to it and see if there's any dirt kind of filled in for the eye, and no, it's an eye. It's got the like the I forget what you call it in fonts where like you got little caps on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, my
little
next
flanges
question
on the eye.
Is the story written on it true?
Yes. There were battles that happened during the time of the Shadow Wars. This was a great family. It was this act would have happened before the family was damned.
Okay.
Does that mean this is imposter tomb?
Prince would have meant at this Prince would have meant the Prince of
Tarak?
Tarak, and or at least the two continents. At that time would have been just one continent, so it would have been the Prince of the Imperial or Royal Prince of.
Did Zeta identify all the magic items?
Except for the chain shirt, yes.
So we put the cloak with the white trim and the Tree of Life design on Radimer just because, like, temporarily. So I'm just gonna put a note here on Radimer just so he's got the extra channels and DCs and stuff.
Okay, so you were pondering what is wrong. There's something wrong here.
We are certain if that is the wrong name, that is certainly a trap. Is the casket open?
No, it's a big stone and metal sarcophagus.
No one has tried to interfere with it?
Yeah, now give me perception checks. You guys can take 20 as you're basically bent down and looking at this inscription and looking along the edges and trying to find...
Get in there, take a look.
Now, you could take 20 or you could roll. Taking 20 would mean you could possibly set off traps if they're, like...
I'm going to take 20.
First, we're going to send Kalikuraur in.
Let's call him Carl the Ghost.
Kiral, look inside this box and tell me of its contents. As you command, master. You don't like the way he just leers, but the ghost goes into the sarcophagus, disappears for a moment, and then comes out the other side.
Disintegrate ratio out of it, because that's the last thing we saw in it.
There is no corpse in this box. It is empty.
A false tomb for a false name.
Apparently.
And then the 20, taking 20, 2 minutes to look around.
Gives me a 38.
You see signs that somebody has chipped away at various spots, perhaps multiple people.
On the casket itself?
Yeah, along the lid.
Is the lid false?
The lid can open. Looks like it can be lifted up and maybe shifted.
You're certain there was nothing inside there, or nothing, not just no body, but no thing?
There is nothing inside but dust. Radimer had to order him to tell you. And then it smiles at you, and this wicked kind of flesh kind of removes from the side of its body, revealing these wicked teeth, and then it slowly goes back into an elvish face.
Renee just checks his equipment is all in the right spots, including the ghost touch bow.
Yep. The ghost goes growling at Renee a little bit. Radimer's got the Radimer's got the dagger in his hands, glowing blue. I say we open it.
Agreed. Nibbles, get in here and help Renee. And she's gonna back up.
Be careful, we don't want to be turned to dust, no?
No.
No, no, no.
That was the other group.
I know, but let's say that the craftsmen of a country have similar things. You know, the culture is like disintegrating. The sarcophagus trap might be a thing. Aha!
Morning, want some tea? Disintegrate.
It's why we have no grave robbers here.
Dust. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, motherfucker.
Okay, between Nibbles and Renee, they are able to lift off the sarcophagus lid. It does not feel like it's sealed in any way. It kind of just lifts off with a good tug.
There was no.
Nope, there was no change in pressure. Whoever did the initial kind of scratching along the side of it long ago has probably broke the seal. You lift the lid right off and kind of put it down beside, and you can see that there is a bare bottom to the very large stone box, and there's nobody in it and nothing in it.
I'm gonna rap on the bottom.
It sounds very hollow, like
Nibbles, would you
a thin sheet of stone.
Hey, Nibble, you want to give it a rap?
Okay. Smash.
Okay, Nibbles quite easily smashes through the 1-inch sheet of stone, which may have been attached to some sort of device to open, but instead Nibbles smashes it, revealing a very old, slender staircase that disappears down into the depths.
Now we're cooking with gasoline. Alright.
Renee is going to give basically the look on his token is the look he's given Corral the trader.
Okay, yeah. Let me see how it smells.
It smells like lunch down there. Doesn't matter what it smells like lunch.
Yeah.
Like the Grizzak smells like lunch.
Okay, the stairs were not cut to code. They have a suspicious kind of like slant to them. Almost like they just basically cut out of the stone just enough for the stairs as they descend.
Are they solid, or are they like?
Oh, they're solid. They're hewn from the rock, and then there are actual stones that were placed there where there was not enough rock. Perception check.
Okay. Be your hero, baby. $19.
Oh, I can do worse than that.
Perfect.
Where are you?
I'm
Perception
just
check.
gonna check that that is indeed. So yeah, I'm much better at stopping the device from working than I am at finding the trap.
I'm getting really worried about the skirts he's got on him. 34. For Nibbles.
34. You do see that that somebody in the dust several steps down has repeatedly swiped at the dust and made an arrow.
Hey, look. Someone pointing direction. Which way is the arrow pointing?
Kind of. Well, it's on along a step, but it's going in the relative direction of down as opposed to up.
Renee also has to be embarrassed that as a rogue, the barbarian has a better perception check than him. So
Yeah, Nibbles just kind of hung his head in upside down, looked around, arrow.
and
The curious thing about this is that there's a lot of dust, but it doesn't look like there's dust from their footsteps. It's just the arrow.
I'm smelling ghosts. Survival check.
Nibbles will roll that too. Actually, Nibbles will aid you.
You might want to roll it, but whatever.
All right.
It's up to you. Albert's over there laughing. He's muted, but he's...
Oh, yeah.
Having a great old time here.
Never mind. You suck at this.
You're right. I have a rank in it.
29 survival.
Yeah, you don't see any footprints.
Maybe she do the thing where she jump, like before, like Grizak was saying before. He turned the stone.
Maybe. Let's...
With a 29, you do see that wedged near the top, there is a small potion bottle that is used. You're just kind of off to the side and discard it off to the side.
Hey, look. Just pulls it up.
Okay. You're going to reach down and you grab it. There's a little tiny glass potion bottle.
Do I recognize the potion mate or no?
No, it actually has a little label still on it. The label is written in Elven.
Darts go-go juice.
No, it says gaseous form.
Oh, cheater.
That's such a smart freaking... Now it's like, we don't know if there's any traps in there. Do you want to alter it to far clouds and find out?
Renee is like... Yeah, he's pretty sure that this potion came from Terrazline. You've seen this stuff before. Like this was would have been the same potion maker Zero would have gone to.
Elf potion.
All right.
It is, I suppose. I guess we go down. Are we, depending on your friend? He looks to Radimer.
We are pushing our luck, are we not?
You want to secure the rest of the above ground before go down there, or do we try to find where the cross-side Medusa is for this key?
Let's clear the rest of the top. I don't want to come up after a big fight just to find an army of ghosts waiting for us. But good find.
Do you want me to send him down?
Certainly, yes.
Hide while you go. Tell us what you see at the bottom and then come directly back up. Yes, master, he says with a smile. Radimer.
Not to agitate the ghost down there.
It does not say yes, master to Renee. It pauses for a moment and just grins at you. As you send the as you send the ghost of a traitor of his own people down the stairs to reconnoiter for you. The ghostly glow, it seems to turn around a corner and then turn around another corner, and it kind of disappears into the depths. Ratimer's got the dagger in his hand, and he's just...
We just wait patiently.
Yep. You can hear a pin drop as you're all awaiting on bated breath for things.
Somebody dropped a pin! Grenade!
You could,
Assholes.
not you did hear. You could. Jesus Christ.
Surrounded by assholes.
Yes. Okay, a few minutes later, the ghost comes back up. A blue glow, and it's kind of bobbing half in and out of the stonework. What did you see down there? It is a necropolis underground. Narrow, low-ceiling corridors with burial niches. Skeletons in tattered rags, packed within in a grisly manner. Some hold nothing but dirt, while others hold thigh bones or jaw bones, an array of vertebrae. It is a maze down there. Some with frescoes, decorative brickwork, bones and skulls mortared into place in some places. You would like this place, Master.
We'll come back to it.
How far down? About 100 feet into the earth.
100 feet, sound should not carry too well down there. If we just stay away from the hole.
Yes, certainly for now.
Did you see anything else? Yes, there is. There were two spheres of bright light, hovering, giggling. Did you say giggling? Yes, laughing like children.
Knowledge, what the hell?
Knowledge that's a problem.
We'll say it's DC 30?
Witch lights or something.
DC 30 what check?
Give me two of them. Religion, dungeoneering or planes.
I am going to go with my newly acquired planes skill.
Well, yeah, give me two of them. Like,
One religion,
Yeah.
one planes.
Yeah, okay, so...
one planes, one dungeoneering.
I'm sorry.
okay, so I'm just going to take 10 on both, so I'll get a 27 on the dungeoneering.
Okay, floating orbs of light that are giggling. Your first thought on dungeoneering was that there's a creature called will-o-wisps.
Okay.
These things are glowing balls that feed on fear. They shock you to death. They can turn invisible.
Okay. And 37, taking 10 on the knowledge planes.
it's like the creature upstairs knew what these things were. Nimbuses of light that look like strange creatures with certain blinks of the eye. Resembling emaciated children with clawed hands. They're called shining children or shining child. They are very aggressive and evil beings of light.
Okay, that sounds more like it. Okay, so she shares this knowledge with the group.
You would prefer will-o-wisps unless we start wandering into the territory of advanced will-o-wisps and
Yeah, no, I remember just even from third ed not liking fighting will-o-wisps.
It's super meta, but it's like, do you have magic missile? No, you're boned.
that was the only way to do it. Yeah. Its touch AC is what?
It's
All right.
all of it, I believe, is the numeric value.
Yeah.
Did the glowing lights follow you? No, master. I don't know if they saw me or not. I tried to hide, like you commanded. Indeed. Perhaps using a ghost as a scout was a good idea. Although I do not trust this creature. I am at your command, master.
Seems you need to only ask the right questions, so it can't twist your words against you.
It is better suited for combat.
Perhaps.
Back into the dagger with you. Sucks into the blade.
So are we going to take a look at the other tomb, or see if the names are spelled right?
Yes, I believe you will.
He nods at the lid.
We put the big lid back on.
Okay, Renee and nibbles with a quiet but resounding thud. Put the lid back on.
Yep.
Nice of them to have like a two-stage door, screen door.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Nibbles smashed through the other one.
Yep.
All right, where to now?
I really want to see what's in G1.
Okay, Zeta is leading you across this massive field to a massive mausoleum.
That looks like a problem.
Now the lion head, does it resemble Shaylin's symbol at all, or?
This one looks a little more angry. This building is crafted from green marble. The entrance is carved to mimic the maw of a ravenous lion.
Okay.
Nothing bothers you as you stride across the field to the cobbled walkway that leads up to the front gate of this particular place.
Alright, we let Renee do his thing.
Yep, this one, it does look like there is an iron lock on the door.
Oh, time for Renee to shine. 32, search for traps.
There are no traps on the front lock.
Nice.
Means there are no traps in the front lock. No matter what I roll, it means there's no traps.
Poof! Turns into dust. Oh shit!
Don't worry, it was my disappearing trick. The last time I found a trap, it was a healing pool. I mean, what am I going to be? I'll try to unlock the lock.
It's like the good temple. Yeah, it's a damn undead rogues that we gotta watch out for.
Cast heal on you. 23 to unlock the lock.
No, you failed by 7.
Okay. I take 10. Whatever.
Okay.
Roll again.
Yep.
It's locked, so it doesn't
The rest of us will keep watch.
26. Hey, Rene, you're a shitty rogue.
Does that lock get undone by that key or not?
Would you like some help with that?
This is one of those, like, if you just keep talking about it, it's just gonna get worse. Don't worry, I can get it. I can do this.
Okay, so 18 seconds has gone by.
I was good at this.
Renee pauses for a moment. There's a slight move, and finally,
41. Shut your faces. Shut your face holes.
he turns his picks and is able to pick open the lock.
Renee has to drop the "you remind me of a boy I once knew" line.
Okay. This chamber is quite impressive. There is a crest of like a really large 10-foot circle crest of a Medusa head. This particular Medusa head is howling. That is at the center of the chamber, and it's like whatever they decided to make this room into, they didn't. Or didn't complete it. It is effectively empty.
Huh.
Detect magic.
There are no alcoves, or at least they didn't complete the alcoves where dead bodies could be placed. It's just this beautiful emblem that then stretches out in stylized ways throughout the floor at the center. It's like a really big waste of space.
Well, that's disappointing. Nothing
Detecting magic? Yeah, piercing through the magic. It's not even requiring a perception check for something of this magnitude. The circle in the center of the room is giving off I believe strong. Let me check. Detect magic. Yes, strong conjuration. And it's worked into the sigil of the howling Medusa face. I know this is not a howling Medusa, but we'll just put it down to represent the circle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's probably more to investigate here, but let's say we just move on.
What kind of magic is in there?
Random is detecting magic. It is strong conjuration. Given the size, these are like, what were they, 50-foot squares? So you guys have to wander into the huge domed building. There are crests, more Medusa crests hanging in places. It's an impressive dome. There are support structures along the edge.
Is it like a gate or a teleport or something?
Could be. Spellcraft check while you're identifying the circle.
Spellcraft to identify.
And Renee, you could actually get a trap sense as you wander close to the circle.
2.
26 does not identify what this circle is, and 22, they're describing magic to you which you can't see. You're like, too much busyness around the stonework and the
Alright,
Says you
artistry.
as an eagle.
I guess we stumbled close enough to find out what it is then.
Radimer,
Let's give Radimer a look.
spellcraft, plus 20.
Is that plus 20? Okay.
Mm.
Does a 25 make it, Marty?
No. Strong conjuration. Maybe it summons something.
It's possible.
Where are all the dead people? Please, Necromancer, not all of us want to see the dead people. Says Evander.
If we don't think it's going to do anything when we try to sleep in, then fuck it, leave it here.
Yes, let's not tempt fate. Nibbles gives a tap on the floor with his axe.
Like onto the sigil?
No, just on the floor itself to see if it's hollow or...
It sounds solid.
Right.
Okay, I think we leave it be.
I think so, yeah. Well, let's move on to the next one.
Okay. Are you locking the door, or are you just leaving it open? Are you closing it?
We're gonna close it.
Yeah.
And the lock wasn't that hard. I will relock the door. And everybody's gonna bask in my awesomeness, because I am the ultimate rogue.
There you go.
39.
Clink! You relock the door, leaving it behind. Radimer just gives you a nod, like good thinking.
And
You
we'll
don't
move
lock things for no reason.
Are you walking along the path, or are you just walking across the...
just across the lawn. I don't think anybody cares
I'm
anymore.
fairly certain that we're not gonna fall the path.
Okay, this next mausoleum is constructed of pale granite and decorated with numerous bas relief carvings of nautical scenes and nautical motifs. On each of the faces, it looks like there's some ship battle, and you kind of get the sense that it's the great galleons and proud ships of the Imperium blasting apart the pathetic fleets of the Terrakians, like triremes and whole cogs and like long ships, and it just
Some people look at this and see bravery, but
a bunch of guys firing over the deck as like a long ship is pulling up beside like a galleon and shooting fish in a barrel kind of thing.
there is bravery, but not the way they think it's being depicted.
Blasting ports from afar with their huge cannons, and like basically there is a aggrandizement of what would be the initial grand campaigns as the ships terrorize the fleets and port cities of Tarak.
We've conquered the new world. We had steel and they didn't, bitches. It's like,
Pretty much, yeah.
Is Zeta like looking at it any closer,
Detect-
or
yeah, she's gonna... There's things to learn, she'll learn.
okay? So you end up walking around the outside of this one. This one, it's the same shape of building. It's just different material and definitely a different style. Somebody was really into ship combat here.
Okay.
Knowledge history. Knowledge nobility.
Knowledge history, I got a 38. I think, I gotta double check the nobility.
Is there a particular question, or are you just trying to absorb it?
No, is there any particular battles that these are being represented here? Or...
Yeah, they stretch over the course of a good amount of time, perhaps a flurry of activity, probably the 20-30 years at the Imperium when they first arrived en masse. They do show a particular family, the Adela clan, kind of as the lead ship in some of these battles, whether they're historically accurate or not. And with a 38, you learn that this is the Voxus family of the Adela clan.
Okay.
It's one of the 3 main families that are here, or that comprise the Adela clan. And apparently, what you learn is that they, during the great campaign of conquest, in particular of Abbasia, were involved.
Okay. Knowledge, no abilities that yield different information or the same stuff.
Same stuff.
Okay. Okay. Detect magic while she's looking around, but
Yeah, nothing in particular stands out more than the area itself. You get to the front, and this one is similarly locked.
okay, we're still gonna Renee and look for traps.
Hey, Renee will check for traps.
Yep.
Renee is excellent at this.
You keep telling yourself that.
Haven't blown up yet. 17. Are there any traps?
No, you do not find any traps.
Like I said before, after this adventure, I think I might invest in Eyes of the Eagle just to help us out a little bit.
So this also has some like iron gate with heavy stonework mixed in with it, and a good lock that is currently in the locked state.
Okay, we'll go to town on that lock.
Okay, Renee begins to do his work.
37.
This one comes a little bit easier, revealing a great and empty hall that has
Don't trust it to be a great and empty hall. That seems kind of...
that has a forked-tongued Medusa crest at the center on the ground. It's very similar to the other one, but distinctly different. Its tongue, instead of it howling in rage, it seems to have a forked tongue coming out of its mouth.
I wonder if the third one is cross-eyed.
Perhaps.
The angry Medusa, the lie Medusa, the stupid Medusa. I don't know what the cross-eyed one would be.
There are like tentacles and seashells and boat engravings. Like the motif continues on the inside, but it seems to be more pattern-like and not quite telling a story. With a detect magic, this also gives off the same aura as the other one. A strong conjuration magic, piercing from the 10-foot diameter sigil.
Okay.
We're just gonna back away slowly.
Back away slowly, yes.
We're just gonna let it be. Or we'll try. So first, we'll try to identify it, then we'll let it be. After we fail.
All right. Let's see if you guys do any better on this particular circle. It is a different effect technically.
33.
Randenberg gets a 23.
Mark, let me type something to you.
Okay. This is a teleport circle. Don't know where it goes to, but it connects to somewhere.
If this is supposed to be a big trap place you don't go away from, you think these things would not working? Or maybe they're working through the wrong plane? Do we think we're in pocket dimension, or?
It is very odd here.
I mean, we're in the wrong time. Renee points to this guy. Oh, fuck! It's nighttime! Like, I can see the stars, right?
Yep.
All of my rolls have a +4 to them. All those. Don't worry. My trap checking. I've been sandbagging the trap checking. Don't worry about it. Shit. Don't worry. I'm sandbagging.
All right. You have an oracle power that gives you.
Yeah, the oracle power that lets me add my charisma to my wisdom checks at night.
Okay.
Is less
Upon,
dangerous.
in hindsight, is the other one a teleport circle too?
Could very well be. And you learned that this was the sigil of the Voxus family.
So, how do you work a teleport circle?
Hang on. Sorry, what was that?
How do you work a teleport circle?
Uh, she explains how, because Mark's not sure.
I think you just touch it.
You don't, there's no word or anything?
Nope, you just stand in it.
You simply stand in it. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get something from my wife.
So, Radimer,
Yes, Renee.
how many skeletons do you have in your pocket?
None.
I know where we can find some bone.
As in, you know where he can animate some?
There's a crypt full of alcoves where as much as black opals as you have.
Well, these ones are empty.
No, but the ones down the pit crypt.
Oh, yeah.
The necropolis.
The wall. These ones had 27 boxes in them that along the walls that you guys didn't look in. You looked at the one at the center.
Yeah.
And then you suspect down the stairs there's bones.
Yeah. If we want to, when you control them, do they have memories or no?
There are differences between intelligent and non-intelligent undead. I cannot create intelligent ones. I can summon them, however. Actually, that's not true. He has something called Animate Undead 4. He can create 12 to 14 hit dice zombies, 8 to 9 hit dice skeletons, whites, shadows, or ghasts.
There's some pretty nasty stuff.
They only last for 1 round per level, though. So, like, they're like really high power combat. They require corpses and souls. Yeah. The undead that I create are either short-lived, pardon the pun, or they are unintelligent. Unintelligent ones would not retain any memories.
Memory of the thing that we see through the ear.
It is the magic that gives them a semblance of a soul. Their original soul is long gone.
Nibbles, Azira, Binir. Got plus 15.
No.
Did Rain ever go to the Shadow Plane, or is he just like...
Renee's never gone there. Yeah. Don't see her, no. Oh, no, this. He's looking around. Don't step into the circle. Who knows where you might end up? Oh, yes.
do these circles always go two-way, or can it be a one-way circle to no come back?
Yeah. Zeta says, at the time of the casting of a teleportation circle, the destination is fixed.
Oh, so you'd have to make one on the other side to come back?
Oh. Good thing I have teleport prepared. Does he? 2 of them.
We could, if a teleport circle will take you there, or a teleport will take you back.
I've got one. This is Evander and Elvin.
Scramble your bits.
The ghost dogs attack.
The dog is getting an ear rub and is having very happy time.
Alright, you guys are standing around, waiting. Another, between walks, another 20 minutes has gone by.
Okay, we'll check the third one, but we're expecting another teleportation circle. We'll lock the door on this as well.
Okay, you lock the door. You wander across. This particular one building is made out of gray basalt. And unlike its sister buildings, it appears much more plain. Chiseled above the entry arc is the phrase, "The living make their plans, the dead watch amused."
Is this, With this, I agree. This lines up with my personnel experience.
It has a lock, but somebody has unlocked it.
Okay. We'll open the door.
Okay, there is a cross-eyed Medusa sigil giving off strong conjuration.
Does it match the key that I'm holding?
Yes. The symbol does, although there does not appear to be a place to put
A
the key.
hole to stick it in?
Yep.
Zita. If the other two had different family, what family is this one?
Knowledge nobility. I'll take 10, get a 32.
Sure. The third family, their last name was Dalem.
This is the Dalem family.
Is Dalem family symbol stupid Medusa face with the eyes crossed?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Don't ask me why.
You don't care to know anything about the Dalems? That's fine. Oh, no,
yeah.
sorry. What was the total on the roll, or are you just taking 10 kind of thing?
Taking 10, 32.
You're pretty sure the Dalem branch of the family were the ones that blasphemed against the five-faced god.
Ah, okay, yeah, alright.
And Nibbles notices that there may be signs that somebody has long ago walked up to the teleportation circle.
Oh, someone was here.
But there's also signs that they walked back out.
But then came back home. Like, I guess we were doing that too. In and out, in and out.
All the way in, or just the edge?
It's hard to tell. You just see that you catch a couple of footprints going one way and a couple of footprints going back out the door.
Would this be Zero, or would this be Grintark?
Too long ago. Elves or light-footed rogues. Traffic. And you might as well make a roll for the first of the 3 clans that you didn't.
First clan.
The first
Now
family.
we're starting to understand what these are meaning.
Yep.
Mark, are you gonna roll, or you just gonna
Yeah,
keep
sorry.
going Ahmed being a jackass? Ahmed is sending
Yeah.
crude things. Now that he's basically muted and speaking through personal chats, the normal Ahmed comes out.
Yeah, sorry, I will roll.
The Howling Medusa sigil belongs to...
I'm good.
Howlers.
35.
the Sardisi family. There was a story in the Sardisi family about how some of their sisters murdered their husbands.
Okay.
That's
And the story between the Voxes is that there were 2 battling brothers.
Okay.
okay. So this whole family line is kind of like, it's not like they made clocks. You know?
Nobles, man. Imperial nobles at that.
Yeah.
They were
Where
once
Lot was at stake, and one mistake from their family, or many, led them to this place.
All right. So this one is more UZ.
Yes.
Do we want to go to the other little things, but do we think those just go back down to Dome?
But you mean the smaller one? She's pointing to like the E's. Give Daddy some loving.
1 second.
What is she doing? Is she wrestling or licking?
I don't think I need to comment here.
No, we don't want Ahmed to comment.
Alright, I'll just mute myself.
Ahmed, you're a champ, by the way.
Hey man, it could happen.
Yeah, it could. It could.
Plus, what is it, 14?
Have audio
15
again?
Yep.
Fort save, so it happens.
DC
In
20.
the ruckus, my headphones got unplugged.
Okay. What are you guys gonna do? I'm gonna take a quick washroom break while you guys figure out what to do. Stream could probably help you make that decision.
So one of the goals is to be molested by my dog. That was achieved.
I say we finish off checking the top, and then we'll. Then let's try the teleportation disc, one of them, or teleportation circles. The one on C3.
The one on C3, the one somebody went through,
Yep.
because at least that one's not obviously going to just someplace horrible.
Yep. Pretty much. Yep. We'll call it a practice run.
Do we want to try to climb the wall?
Do you want to what?
Try to climb the wall?
Yeah, we can do that.
Do we want to see if we can build a trebuchet and chuck Grizak over the wall?
Oh shit, he shattered.
Shatter. That's unfortunate, because it's a state between life and death.
Smashes and there's poop inside. Full of shit.
It's a Kinder's egg.
Shitter's egg.
So yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm also cool with going into the crypt. I am also cool with trying to find a way to sleep if we feel we need that.
Yeah.
What are you guys going to do?
We're gonna check some of the E's.
Yep. Going clockwise. Because why not?
This one here?
Yep.
This smaller sepulcher, although impressive on its own, does have a similar lock that Renee has shown that he is quite adept at opening.
I have to get the rust out of my fingers.
Yep. It is facing the center. All of the outer sepulchers are facing inwards.
Mm-hmm.
This particular one contains 27 separate sarcophagi.
Alright.
Has it been?
It has not been. "27 along the walls, and then it has a large one in the center. The epitaph on the surface of the one in the center has been rubbed away.
Let's search it for traps.
Like somebody has specifically hacked at it.
Okay.
A few of the other names have been hacked at, but it looks like only the ones that were close down to the bottom have been hacked at. Like somebody angrily has removed some of the names.
Is there a cantrip trap on the sarcophagus?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. There's no traps on the sarcophagus.
What's in it?
Okay, you guys are opening it up.
Yep.
This does have a body inside.
Okay.
Renee, Nibbles. Okay, there's a bad stench coming out of it. I want everyone to
Oh god.
give me a fortitude save.
Oh no.
I'm okay.
Yeah, Renee, give me a second. Renee, you are not affected by this, although you did feel it.
Ew.
Nibbles got a 22.
Okay, that was the DC. You made it.
Oh no.
Excuse me, that was the DC?
That's what he said.
Correct.
Right. We're gonna just tap the floor of this sarcophagus.
Sure. I need everyone else to make it. Like everyone in the chamber.
Oh, sorry.
Alright.
I thought it was just the people opening.
Nope.
I'll roll for...
All right.
There's a visible kind of like a kind of a spray and a bad smell, and something went wrong.
Okay, I'll roll for Evander.
Does Radimer have any bonuses versus this kind of thing?
He might.
Let me say again.
It might just be stand back.
Oh. Evander failed.
Okay, you want to write at the top of Evander that he's got something called crypt fever.
Well, this is just awesome for everyone.
Is this going to be hilarious? I'm just saying. I don't know. There's a spell list that's abound. All right. Does a 16 make it?
No, you can write at the top of Radimer's sheet that he's got something called crypt fever.
You'd think I would be better equipped to handle something like this given my profession. Shit. Achoo.
Yeah, all of you can like, oh, that the dust, it's bad.
like awkwardly later, Renee.
You're fooling no one! Alright, so... Yeah, things are kind of going bad.
Did Zeta make your save?
Also failed.
Okay, you write crypt fever at the top of her sheet.
Done.
All right. You do find this may have been some patriarch of a minor branch of the family, and let's just see. He is wrapped sort of like a mummy. His face is exposed. It's decomposed. He does have a little bit of precious metal on him. You find maybe 600 gold pieces worth of rings and an amulet, none of which is magical.
Alright, we'll take it.
Okay.
Put that in party pages, I guess.
Okay.
Do it. There you go.
Contact or inhaled.
Oh, we got a lot of crap to fucking...
You know what? Zeta didn't have to roll. Inhaled, her little air bubble, I
She
think
can't
gives her.
inherit.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And is she the one taking the rings off the fingers and the amulet, or
Yeah.
not? She is?
Yeah.
Okay, well then she would have failed anyways.
Yeah,
So,
because it's contact.
contact.
Oh,
I saw that. It's like, oh look, Marty set a bear trap. Oh look, Mark. Do, 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 do. Choke.
All right, so, all right. I don't think that dust was good for us to breathe in, says Radimer. Nibbles is just sneezing. Snot running out his nose as he made his save. Making your save doesn't have to be clean. Just drool coming out of Nibbles' face. He's just flushing it out.
no. Bad air. Like sleeping next to Grizak.
Mm.
There is.
Do we want to look through these crypts as well?
At least to make sure there's nothing to be concerned about.
Is there anything like? Is the bottom of this thing hard or no?
The bottom of this thing is solid. It does not make the hollow sound that the other one did. Of course, it's got the ick of the mummified body.
The whole point of opening this thing up was to see if I could through the bottom. So.
Okay. A little bit of the dust goes up as you do that.
It appears there's no tunnel here.
Mm. Will you check some of the other sarcophagi?
Hey, maybe you want to stand the back.
Radimer goes into a fit of coughing and just wanders outside for some air. Zeta and Evander are feeling kind of like flushed and sweaty at this point.
Yeah, they're gonna get some air too.
It's just starting to look like, you know, back bacon sandwiches.
Leaving Renee, who only needs to take breath in order to speak.
Oh yeah, I should be breathing. I'm a human.
Okay, there are 27 other smaller sarcophagi, kind of like coffin-like, that are in alcoves along the...
Yeah, I'll bust them. I'll just bust them.
Okay, so you bust a couple of them open. Yeah, they also have this dust on them, and you're kind of spreading the dust throughout the room. You do end up finding... Let's see, how many of them are you breaking open?
We'll start with 3.
Okay, the first one that you bust open has a 100 gold piece bracelet on. It's like a silver bracelet with some aquamarine studs.
Okay. The next two have nothing.
The next two look like they were buried with books that have moldered away. Nothing of value as you stir around in it, kicking up more dust.
They don't seem to be that important. Should I be opening the rest of these? I hear Arlen going, "Open them all, you son of a bitch!" Get in there.
You've opened 4 out of the 28. It would
Come
take you...
back for- let's just look for threats. Come back for them later.
Why don't you get the ghost to look through?
I could have the ghost look in for baubles, says Radimer.
Okay, yeah, we can do that later. Renee will like try to shake out his cloak before coming out of the disease-ridden hole.
Yeah, you're actually covered in the dust. You shake enough of it off of you that you are not considered carrying the crypt fever.
How considerate.
That's just what you need. Don't worry, he's a civilized ghoul. He comes with fucking crypt plague into the town. Bleh. Do we want to check another one, or?
Yes, I think we should check all the rest just to make sure there's nothing to threaten us.
Can't check the rest of the E's, but I think
Okay.
We're not going to be looting crypt stuff anymore.
After Renee has done this, Zeta, Evander, and Radimer are now down on all fours. They're like exhausted and they are bleeding through their noses while going into coughing fits.
Okay.
detect poison. I'm assuming Radimer has.
5 strength damage, 2 charisma damage, and all 3 of you are exhausted.
Detect poison.
And you guys are feeling mighty awful.
Detect poison.
Who's detecting poison?
Radimer.
Okay.
I'm checking. He's got 3 casting classes. If he doesn't have detect poison, it's this another. You're fired.
There is no poison coming off of you guys.
Jesus Christ. Detect.
This is a cursed disease effect if you have anything that blocks this.
No.
This is kind of hilarious. In terms of, like, most of that spell, like 95% of that spell list party has been selected. They're just saying. It was before this bullshit was happening.
The elves are all sweaty and tired, and Radimer is like hacking as he's trying to cast a spell. The initial wave of this goes away, but you guys all feel like you just want to crawl into bed.
Yeah, Zeta can't continue. We need to rest. We'll get out of here. I can't go on.
Radimer with 5
With 5 strength damage.
has
Okay.
5 strength.
5 strength.
He's grabbing at his own robes and trying to get breath.
Zeta's down to a 3 strength.
And
My own
Evander's
boobs
down
are
to
too
a
heavy.
15. I agree. His hair kind of wipes his mouth a little bit. I think,
A cleric.
I think we're done for the day.
So first, we're going to restore some strength to Zeta and Radimer using lesser restoration.
Okay, who's casting it? Where is it coming from?
Radimer's casting it from his oracle spells.
Sweet. Radimer, you guys haven't figured out what this thing is yet, but go ahead.
Okay, so first one on himself is 2. He'll do the second one on himself, assuming the first one worked, which is 1. So he'll get 3 strength back, which at least makes him functional.
Yep, he's still exhausted though.
Restoration doesn't remove the fatigue states.
Lesser restoration.
I believe it does.
Does it get rid of fatigue or just exhausted? Also eliminates any fatigue or exhausted suffered by the target. Okay, he's fine-ish.
All right, and then we'll do with one to Zia first to see if we can get her like. We'll do 2 on Zeta, so 4 on Zeta, and then we'll do 1 on other guy.
Evander.
4. Everybody gets. Radimer's got 3 or 2 damage left. Zeta's got 1.
Okay,
Evander's
that
got 1.
restores the exhaustion.
Yep. Sorry, was that put on all the tokens? Yes,
Yep.
it was. Okay, cool.
Yep.
You guys are like clearing out of your chest a little bit. You're still feeling a little sweaty and a little bit bad.
In addition, with just so everybody knows, everybody had 1 strength there, because exhausted is -6 effective strength, but it's a penalty, so you can't bring it back below 1. But it's like
You were lying on the ground.
you were lying on the
Walking is hard.
Evander would have had a 9.
Right.
Yeah. His equipment might have been difficult to move around in. Renee was just standing there sort of looking at everyone, and Nibbles was like took a step away from everyone holding his nose. He had already sneezed it all out of his system.
So let's get a heal or something.
A heal, we're not there yet.
No. I mean like heal skills, man.
Oh.
Yep.
What is wrong with their faces? Also, I'm looking at like
Radimer's
one of
got a
those
plus
guys.
19 heal and has a detect magic.
Yep.
Give me the heal check.
Okay,
You know, it has a kick-ass heal check.
Shut up.
that block of stone over there.
Stone boy. Stoner.
37.
Okay, it is both a disease and a curse. You must cast Remove Curse as well as a Remove Disease within 1 minute of each other successfully.
I believe this is what they called a powerful necromantic disease. All the best diseases are in this form. Mummy rot.
I will have
Okay.
to take a specimen at a future date. Perhaps one of those sarcophagi.
Is it contagious? Does Nibble have to not be near you?
Who's carrying the bag of the jewelry?
Renee, now.
Yeah. So, Evander and Zeta hand over a couple of or Zeta hands over the rings and things from the first sarcophagus, and yeah, you see that there's weird dust that comes off them.
Renee puts them in his mouth, spits it out, and spits.
Okay.
Ugh.
Now it's also got like ghoul, whatever.
It is cursed. It may not simply be edible by your ghoulish saliva. Such a curse is a grand thing. Are all the crypts full of this dust?
It is possible.
We will suffer the same thing in some time. I am guessing our bodies will try to fight off this thing after we rest.
Tomorrow it will try to reenact its own vengeance.
It may keep us from getting a good night's sleep.
Maybe we should-
So you fucked.
Which means that Radimer, Zeta, and Evander, without getting rid of this thing, won't be able to get a good enough night's rest
For their arcane spells.
for their arcane spells.
The cleric spells and the oracle spells in their hand.
Correct.
You could basically be tortured and be like, I'm going to do this.
Did Radimer take remove disease and remove curse?
No, he's a jackass, but he's a cleric, so that makes up for it.
He's got remove curse as a... Yeah, remove curse and remove disease are 3rd level cleric spells, so he can...
He's got cleric spells, he has to
Yeah.
prep them. But he took bestow curse as an oracle, just like, fuck it. I give it to you.
I
just
might
can't
be
take
able
it
to
away.
help some of us in the morning, but morning... Coughs a bit. What now?
Perhaps it's time we try to teleport out of here. Let's start by trying to climb the walls and see what happens. What's over the walls.
And who will be the Stygian pig for this one?
Well, Nibbles, of course. Huh?
Anybody have a summon
Oh,
spell?
no, it's because you're so big and you're a good climber. All you have to do is look over the top and tell us what you see. Oh, okay.
You guys just saw Grizzlick try the same thing with an animal. Nobody has a summon?
No.
We've got a ghost, or we could summon skeletons. Okay,
Better than PC.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
I think we're gonna walk over to that wall over there and take a look.
This top one?
Sure.
Okay. The wall is cracking and old, but tall, 20 feet. It's got, like, little iron spikes along the top of it.
Are you okay to take the climb, Nibble?
Yeah, I just look over, right?
And try not to go mad.
Why would I go mad? Why?
Renee's looking at the sky.
Alright, sorry.
There's the funny popping sound as he extends his head too far back.
Nibbles has a 20 on his climb.
Okay, yeah, Nibbles is nimble in that... he is able to scale the wall. Ahmed, it's just laughing and sending me messages which go bloop every time you hear a little bloop. That is our
Ahmed.
VC. That's VC's noise when it's buried, when the window is buried.
So when I was
Unfortunately.
trying to roll before,
Yeah.
I just kept VC kept popping up every time he sent me a message. It's like, no, I'm the.
All right, Nibbles. It's weird. You just see like this fog. You don't see anything. You don't even see the ground down below where you are. You have to stand carefully because they're like little spikes, but that are periodic every foot or so to keep pigeons or birds or whatever off of this place. But it doesn't look like you strain to hear and you don't hear anything. The fog kind of starts maybe a few inches out from the lip of the wall. You can walk along this with a bit of care.
I can't see anything on other side. Just fog.
The irony of me sending that through VC to make him go boop.
Okay.
You can turn off the boop.
The setting can now mute chat. Oh fuck yes.
It's now a
Settings.
setting, and if you got the updated version of VC.
Mute chat notifications when I call. There we go. Now you have to tell me, Marty. I've sent you a whisper. Yeah. Bloop. Cool. Thanks, VC.
I take back my previous stroke-like rant.
Nibbles, what are you doing?
He's gonna climb back down.
On the inside?
Inside, yeah.
Okay.
What do you see out there?
He's just fog. Can't see ground or nothing.
How far away is the fog?
Oh, like this far. He's not normal.
Radimer, can you cast a light on an arrow for me?
Yep, he uses one of his many prepared light cantrips to...
Renee's gonna move back a little bit to get a better angle, and let's do like a low shot of a light arrow. Just
how far are you trying to make the arrow fly? These are 50-foot squares, so you may not want to go back that far.
1,000 feet.
So you are 250 feet away from the wall, and you're gonna...
Yeah.
The light arrow kind of disappears into the mist. You wait for a moment, and then your light arrow is flying back through the mist and lands somewhere over here.
That is awesome. Also, there was a couple of numbers that could have been kind of sucky. I was 450
Yep.
feet away. Yeah.
It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but there was a distinct, like, 6 seconds, a count to 5 before the arrow reappeared.
Did we fall into some Looney Tunes universe?
Apparently.
That is not normal. A little bit of blood on his sleeve.
I do not believe that is the normal either. Nibbles. Walk up. Hey, Nibbles, is that normal to you?
Only if other guy caught your arrow and then shot it back. Yeah.
It kind of reminded you of a big snowball fight you had with frost giants up in the north with Grizak. Oh, poor Grizak. He would have enjoyed that.
Oh. Could be a frost giant though.
Did the Grizak ever die on your adventure?
Did he?
Nope.
No, he never died.
He always turned into an elemental and ducked into things, and he was always at the fringes of the battle blasting.
He very good at hiding. Hey, maybe he's not. Maybe he's just pretending to be stone, eh?
I don't feel very good, says Evander, who's complaining.
Nor do I. Let's find a place to rest.
What good is that going to do us?
Remove the curses, remove diseases.
We will not be able to recover our arcane spells.
Alright, mister, I have 3 full casting classes and one of them's arcane.
And there is no guarantee that my prayers to Weejas will break the disease or the curse.
Fine. And we'll see where these teleport circles go. Let's get us out of here.
Do we want to first see if, other teleport will go a place?
So, Evander, try to bring us home.
He looks at you and he's like, which 3?
In High Elven, you, myself, and Radimer.
Radimer glances to Renee. He understood. Radimer
Yeah,
understood
she
you.
knows.
All right, I shall bring us home. He takes a step back and taps Zeta and Radimer. the three of them,
Fane's being shot.
the 3 of them disappear. They actually disappear.
Oh.
What are the... I wonder where you're going in the shadow plane. What does Terrace Lean look like in the shadow?
So three helpless casters decided to teleport away.
Yep, and they didn't bring their meat sack with them.
Look at that shit.
The meat sack's not sick.
That's
Oh.
true. But the Renee'd be fine. He's got a 3D corpse.
Okay,
and some horse
for a
head.
brief moment, you guys were in mist, and you're still kind of, like, Evander's still holding on to the two of you. There are spirits and things kind of flitting around in the mist. Give me fort saves to see if any of the spirits touch you.
I hate everyone.
Yay. Oh no.
Is
See,
Radimer immune to this or no?
Radimer is immune to negative energy damage. I don't believe he's immune to level drain.
Oh no. Can Radimer use his thingy?
Oh my god.
Can he use his thingy? No.
Just a reminder, the family probably tried this.
That's fine. That's the casters. The casters are making caster decisions. All right.
Caster's desperate.
28 on the fort save.
Okay, Radimer doesn't get touched by this by the
I believe all
undead.
three of them have a teleport, so all three, just as long as one of them has enough to teleport everybody back.
And then a brief moment, so a couple of the spirits kind of went flowing through Zeta and Evander for 1 negative level apiece.
Awesome.
And Radimer managed to dodge him. He dodged that, and then the teleport throws you guys back to exactly where you left off. And
Was it fast grip?
adding insult to injury, it is treated as a mishap, and all of you take 9 damage from the rebound.
Awesome.
Did that feel good?
No.
that was a terrible, terrible idea.
Radimer just basically goes like this and gets Evander's hand off of his shoulder, and Evander like goes reeling back. It took something. His hair a little bit more white in one patch.
You look like you saw a ghost.
Lots of them. They're in the mist.
Where do you think we are?
It felt like you were an elastic band through the teleport, like you were trying to catapult away and then just got snapped back. But while you were slowing down, all the spirits tried to reach you guys and then went fumbling after you as you went teleporting right back into the ground, and you kind of all toppled into the ground.
Okay then.
And I'll take off Evander's. The campaign can continue with these deaths.
Even with the TPK here with the
Well, I don't know if it would be TPK. I think it would be Renee just waiting for somebody to show up. Because Grisek's a stone statue.
That's right.
You might be this place is not kind.
Yep.
Yep, you guys got up the negative level, so it's 24 hours before we have to make the permanent roll. And then, what was I going to look up? Evander's teleport. I'm going to mark off.
So we can infer that teleporting in this space is okay, but leaving this space is no good.
Yes. Radimer stands up. Evander helps his sister up, even though he's not looking too good either.
Do you think the circle will do the same thing?
It depends on where it goes to.
One is not meant to leave this place, says Radimer. His hair is all like fucking ragged and a bit dirty as he's fallen down into the ground twice now in the last 20 minutes.
That puking the blood all over yourself
Yep.
thing that's
Yep.
generally displeasing.
Just the snotty face of Nibbles looking at everyone. It did look like they tried to leave without Renee and Nibbles. I don't know how Nibbles reacts to that.
Fuckers. This Swagger is our only friend. We've got no choice. We've got to continue or find some place we can rest. Down the hole. Because I'm not teleporting again. Fuck that.
Okay, I need a marching order down the hole.
Renee?
Renee? Evander?
Sure. He wants to be next to his sister.
Radimer Nibbles.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting child spirit things. They're going to be really horrible.
Radimer will take out the ghost and have the ghost follow.
Yeah. We're going to need all the...
Because you guys are a little worse off than when you first came across the lid.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, I'm going to open up a new map called the Tomb of the Iron Medusa.
Hey, we've entered the dungeon.
Oh god, we're just getting in it now.
Woo!
Yep.
That was the preamble.
Yeah, it kind of kicked your ass, didn't it?
Yes.
Tools? Map?
Pumpkin's over there yucking it up.
Yeah, I'm going to need your help running
I think I'm the guy in the best shape here, to be honest with you.
Evander.
Well, no, Renee is. He's got like a fountain of perpetual healing almost, and two of them. He can heal himself twice a day. This is like he should be like, well, you know, if there were bodies here to eat.
There's a few. There's the nightmare and the Ifrit.
Oh, that's true. You're good for a while.
And then there happens to be a couple of elf burgers and a human sandwich. A couple of elf burgers and a manwich.
Okay, I need a stealth check. As you guys are descending down the stairs.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Okay, stealth check. I don't. Oh, Nibbles actually has stealth. Good for him.
38 from Renee, sneaking up your dead. Ha, ha, ha.
7.
Random.
Well, yeah, you guys are sick and...
I never liked this part of the job. Actually, does he not bad at this? 23? That's not bad.
Nope. 14 for Nibbles.
Oh. You stop farting, Nibbles. That's why he's in the back.
And a 12 for Zeta. That's her coughing and gagging at Nibbles' fart.
Okay. You descend about 100 feet. The staircase just kind of goes down in a slow, rectangular, descending hallway. It has a solid center. It deposits you just on the lip of the room. Renee had just put up his hand, and he was sort of glancing around when you heard whispering. Let me see what language they're whispering in. There is something terribly bright in this room. Like there is a tremendous amount of magical light, kind of the color of sunlight, or even harsher. It could be blinding. Does Renee get affected by this?
Well, he would be, but he's got protect. He can do the penumbra that protects him from those things.
Yep. How long does penumbra last?
10 minutes per caster level per time he casts it. He has 3 per day.
Okay. Did you cast it before you went down, or?
Yeah, because I told us light monsters were down here.
Okay, that makes sense. Good thing you have Penumbra up. You actually hear the whispering in your heads, and you can understand it.
It came down here. Yes, it did. A new one. I don't recognize that one. There are no elves here. Elfin spirits. Oh, does that mean the elves have come? Perhaps they've come. Aren't elves their enemies? I'm not sure. I just want to burn their beautiful eyes from their skulls. I want to do it first.
Okay, well, this is not going to go well. Just...
No, I'm going to do it first. I'm going to do it first.
And like a roaring mental energy, there are weird orbs and lights and spots in your eyes. And then Zira kind of went...
Here they come.
All right.
And the light is moving. At this point, they heard you coming. And you knew that they were there.
Start casting.
Yeah, initiative is actually in order.
Yeah.
Renee gets a 12. Radimer gets a 17.
Go ahead and... Alright.
So, Zeta's first of these two, 14 and a 6.
Alright, the Shining Children. Get a 19.
Oh, shit.
Grizak is not here. Zeta and Evander, Ahmed.
Well,
12.
12.
The Shining Children. They begin to keen, both outside and like loud and in your heads. They want to melt your eyeballs out.
What if we simply told them we preferred they didn't?
One of them is going to...
Do we see these things?
Nope, you're coming around the corner.
Okay.
You guys are coming down like a stair, like a stairwell.
And nobody told us if they were corporeal or incorporeal or anything like that.
Nope.
Yep.
You get the sense that they're kind of floating, maybe? Like they're up in the air? They're just laughing. They're just having a gay old time. And they're readying actions
Okay.
as they're projecting all the times that they've melted people's eyeballs out of their sockets.
Merde.
Renee?
Merde. Renee is going to just check to see if he's got any spells he wants to cast. Real quick, like. He's not stalling. He's a manly man.
Okay, I also need a perception check, as you kind of glanced into the room.
Okay, we are underground now.
Look at these fuckers. Zoom into them. Oh, yeah.
22 on the perception check.
Okay. Proceed.
Move out. Well, that's a single move.
Okay, you are still on the steps.
Okay, I will cast Abundant Ammunition again.
You can see that there are some scorched tapestries, and there is a large sarcophagus that looks really much, very much like the sarcophagus you saw that had the false bottom. You might actually be in the real tomb of Marcus Julius Adela.
Yeah, that's what I do.
they look so happy, but those things are not happy. They are waiting. Radimer.
This is going to be shit. Does he know anything about these things?
He can take a move action to think a little bit more. Well, he hasn't seen what they are, so he didn't know if they were will-o-wisps or shining children or...
Okay.
His knowledge planes is +10.
Okay.
His dungeoneering's +9, so I don't know if he's...
Yeah, well...
You do know from Zita, she would have said the Shining Children have powers over light and spells, and then the magic missile is what you need against the
Will-o-wisps.
will-o-wisps.
And... Well, he also is one of those guys where he can make you blind, but making you unblind is a much harder thing to do. Okay, one sec. I'm just gonna check Undead Anatomy for a second. Because that might protect from some of this stuff. Undead Anatomy. There's an Undead Anatomy 3 is when you get +4 bonus on mind affecting effects, disease saves, sleep, stunning. So that you get the vulnerability. Okay. It doesn't look like it's... We're going to use a round of the that Death Ward power.
Okay.
Just in case, and we'll move forward. Like, we still have cover on the stairwell, right?
There is a bit of a banister.
Okay, you'll
Peek around the
Go.
corner.
go to the edge.
Okay, he's got cover there. Evander? Ahmed? Ahmed, you with us?
Yep. What are you gonna do, little buddy?
Greater heroism only lasts a minute per level, so that's gone by now.
It's gone. Barkskin is... How long's it been? Since we entered?
11th level, Barkskin should still be here.
Okay, good. Okay, cast, what's it called? No, that was Edward that used to do that. Fuck. He's gonna move in and, just move him in for now. Still looking through spells.
Okay, he probably has False Life up, because that's an hour per level.
Greater false life.
Yep, so 2d10 plus his caster level, that's how many temp hit points he's got running.
2d10.
Plus 11, so 20, 24. Just looking at his spells, I don't think anything else is really long-term, aside from See and Viz, but...
See invis. These things are they invisible or not?
Nope. They are floating skeletons of light inside of tremendous fiery nimbuses. They are creating spots in your eyes when you look at them. I assume he's moving forward.
Yep.
That's one move, and then is he casting a spell or continuing to move?
Fuck. Screech. He'll ready to screech. Can't ready. I already moved.
You can ready after move.
It's 2 a.m. This is the problem. Screech. Does that affect these things?
Don't know.
Okay, he'll ready that. If they come in, he'll...
Okay. Readying a screech. Zeta.
She's going to cast Greater Invis on herself.
Okay.
And... moves to here.
All right. I think they're going to take their readied actions after Zeta.
Do they see it?
No, Zeta was in the same pip as Evander, so
Wow. They see Evander.
yeah. All right, the first one.
So this is the steps from the false tomb of
Mm-hmm.
Ilias or Julius
Yep.
Adela or something, yeah? Okay.
Okay, there is a massive burst of swirling colors that came from Shining Child 2. Colorful lights are your world, swirling around you like kaleidoscopes, weaving throughout the air. The spell affects a total number of hit dice equal to your caster level. Caster level is that. So it only affect one of you. Creatures with the fewest hit dice are affected first.
Well, that'd be Renee.
Because he has a template.
Yep.
Now, is Renee affected is the question.
It is a illusion pattern mind-affecting spell.
Doesn't sound like it.
Intelligent undead, I believe, are affected by all this stuff.
I thought they're immune to mind effect. Mind affecting effects.
I will double check.
Immune to mind affecting charms, compulsions, morale,
Charms,
effects, patterns,
compulsions.
phantasms. Unless otherwise stated. It would be like under ghoul.
All mind-affecting effects, charms, compulsions, morale, patterns, and phantasms. This is a pattern. So Renee is not affected. Who's the next?
Roll off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Negative levels. It'll
They
be
both have
Oh, yeah.
it'll be Zeta or Evander. 1 is Zeta, 2 is Evander. Zeta,
Okay.
saving throw none. Do you have SR?
No.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, Mark, this is how many rounds you're affected. And I will send you a message.
Oh, okay.
Those eyebrows.
Was that
Those
it?
eyebrows told an entire story.
I know. It was either gonna be like, oh, that's not so bad, or I'm fucked anyways. But those eyebrows indicated.
And you're invisible, so no one can see what you're doing. Ah ha ha. All right. That's not me. It's them laughing.
If Vander can see it.
Did he cast a see invis or not? I don't think he did.
No. I thought.
No. All right. And then the other Shining Child will cast one of its spell-like abilities. Let's look at this one. This one looks fun. Colors. That doesn't feel like combat.
Don't cut out your eyes, Eden.
Okay. There is a popping, shimmering as... Radimer's in the way. He's right at the corner, right? And he's kind of like peeking around. So,
Yep.
right in front of Radimer. Boom.
Wall of Force?
Yep.
Oh.
You can still hear Radimer. There's a couple of inches where Radimer's nose was, but it is cutting off the entrance to the room. You can still speak because of the inches in between it. Okay, so that was the Shining Children. Giant Nibbles.
Giant Nibbles is gonna come. No idea what's going on.
And you bounce into a wall of force.
No. Dunk.
You still have a standard or a move left.
Nibbles tries to break the wall of force and fails.
Okay. Are you doing it with a strength check or with a... Hardness 30.
Oh, you can do that.
Most creatures can't. A Nibbles might.
So that was one move, so he'll do a...
Vital Strike.
Yep. Hardness 30, he does 37 points of damage to it.
Holy crap. Bing! You are doing visible damage to the wall of force. As you raise your axe. Horrible noise, but there's like stress marks in the where the axe impacted. These stress marks don't look like glass. They're kind of like radiating out from where the first point of impact is. This can damage by weapons, but a wall of force... The wall of force itself, or is it just a section? I think the whole wall of force has hit points. I think if you batter this thing down, it's gone. Okay. Grizak is stone. Renee.
Well, they're fucking visible if I 5-foot step out there and unleash hell upon them.
Yep. You 5-foot step onto the symbol trap, which goes off at the bottom of the stairs. So there is an insane yellowish rune written along the floor here. Let's look at symbol of insanity.
Well, at least I'm not affected by that one either. It's by hit points, so we actually might get away with it.
Symbol of insanity is an enchantment compulsion mind affecting.
Yeah,
Okay, so the symbol goes off and there's a massive burst. All of you can see it within 60 feet. We start ticking down from, I think, the closest. Yep.
It's hit point total?
It's hit point total. So Renee isn't affected. Evander, how many hit points do you got?
How many hit points, bruh? Including your temporary, minus your negative level.
Vander's got his negative level is
So minus whatever's total
11
is plus 19.
And did you guys heal that 9 when you did you put the